Greetings, Keishlings. Keish Prime here with my live reaction of UnOrdinary, chapter or episode 217. Last time we found out that Ember is actually a task force under the authorities. The government is finally revealed to be evil, like they always are. Isn't it lovely? But yeah. Really, what I'm waiting for the day when the government actually is looking out for, the people, and then just everyone thinks they're evil. I'm waiting for that story. There has to be that kind of a story somewhere. But anyway, let's get into it, shall we? Okay, so we've got, crap, I forgot his name. It began with a K. Why can't I remember names? But, I mean, we literally only saw it like the one time. Was it? It wasn't Caden, was it? No. But yeah, the teleporter dude. So yeah, he's the one that revealed that and everything because he was like, wait, you guys didn't know? Excuse me? What did the authorities have to do with any of these? Oh, I thought you knew. Not such a wise guy after all. So this is recap. Ember is a special task force created and backed by the authorities. And it's like, what? What? Recap over. And Sarah's like, what? It goes all the way to the top? No. The authorities? Working with Ember? They're not even working with Ember. They are Ember. That's impossible. Quit joking around. As he's just casually bleeding. Impossible? Why's that? I've gotten confirmation that the authorities are working on taking down Ember. Your aunt isn't a confirmation of Jack Diddley. So you can get that stuff right on here. See here. From who? You might want to double check your sources. Now he's thinking about his aunt. It was told to me by the authorities themselves. Of course the authorities are gonna lie, Arlo. It's kind of ridiculous that he's not. He is so by the book because of his family, his prestige, and everything. It's like, the authorities have the best intentions for all under their care. So, no need to worry, young one. This is just how we do things. It's like, okay. And then he's raised up in that environment his whole damn life. And then it's like, and then his mind just shatters. Auntie lied to me. The society is all a lie. I can just imagine that's what's Arlo's going to become, a frickin' vigilante, isn't he? He's going to try and take down Ember and then confront to find out if his aunt truly is the big bad. I can't wait for that arc. Anyway, Arlo of the Alleys. Maybe. I don't know. Seraphina, you can't possibly believe what this guy is saying. Well, that kind of shattered all of what I just said. Anyway, actually, I've been theorizing this for some time now. He's like, what? His day will come. His day will come. I was interrogated by the authorities and removed from school for an entire month, just for reading UnOrdinary. When I came back, they didn't like the way I was acting, and insisted I take a course to correct my behavior. Since my refusal, they've ignored all my calls. Now I understand the reason why they will never get back to me about my ability. It's because they never intended to help me. And he's like, uh-huh. To me, it's clear. It's clear authorities want to regulate high tiers. Shouldn't that be the authorities? If there isn't a the, it doesn't make as much sense. Want to regulate high tiers and suppress the ones who refuse to follow their rules. They probably would have gotten back to her and given her power when they realized that she was completely under their control. Yes, that... Did I just hear a frickin' chicken crowing at frickin' 9:45 at night? That's crazy. Random tangent, sorry. Refute. I heard it again. The rooster that crowed at midnight, even though it's not midnight. But anyway, superheroes easily fit that bill. Huh. Clever girl. And then you get eaten by a velociraptor. No wonder her sister wants her to work with us. Ellipses. Now Arlo's just thinking. Problematic high tiers, suppressed by the authorities. Serafina? Neglected for reading a book about vigilantism? John likely had an encounter with them after what happened at his previous school. It's all starting to come together for him. I love when a character pulls the stick out of their ass and finally sees the big picture. And Ray, killed for becoming a superhero. So this is why none of you believe in the authorities. The best way to make an impact is through working with us. Now we're hearing from his aunt, and during that little bit him and Remy had with her. That little meetup. In time you can join our fight in maintaining peace and order. It's the authorities' mission to protect. Screw the authorities! You killed my brother! I would love if she actually said that, but no, she didn't know. They're just a bunch of power-hungry phonies. Phonies! They couldn't care less about what happened to us. He's like, hey kid, Arlo's got that shaky fist of, I don't know what I'm going to do with this fist, but I'm gonna punch DW. Remember when that was a meme for a while? I love it. But anyway, meme culture, ridiculous. But anyway, so now he's thinking, you good? Ellipses. What's up with him? He seems pretty sharp when he's talking about Ember. The moment the authorities were mentioned, he lost his cool. This one is conflicted. Does he have some sort of connection with them? Yes, he does. You guessed correctly. Okay, there is a door opening to, I guess, this warehouse. Oh. Layla's here. She looks really no worse for wear, so she kicked much Spectre booty. Finally lost them. Oh, so she probably kicked their booties and then probably double backed and whatnot using her limited capabilities to rush through time to try and lose them. Excuse me. And then she's looking over and she's seeing him stand up now. I'm sorry for the interruption. Caden, I was right. Thank you, brain. That I swear, it's like there's a little wire in my brain that like every so often it hits the wrong terminal, and then it's like, I don't remember my own third birthday party 1 minute, and then it's like, and then the wire will hit the right terminal, and it's like, I remember everything about over 1,000 chapters of One Piece levels of knowledge. I don't get it sometimes. But yeah, and you're probably thinking, oh, it's just a name. It's like, have you watched me react to anything over the last 4 years? I'm crazy forgetful. But anyway, ramble over. Caden, how are you feeling? I'm fine now. But you were right. I don't think I would have been able to handle bringing all three of you here. He's like, She's like, you really need to learn your limits. And what about you two? Hope you weren't too startled. Oh, I mean, being attacked by a bunch of people, it's kind of the norm for Serafina anymore. Anyway, she's kind of like, yeah, she still hasn't fully forgiven you, obviously, or not even partially forgiven you. Sarah, she gonna slap that hand away. You're extending the hand, and she straight up grabbed it and is like, mercy. What are you going to do? Layla, what kind of mess are you trying to drag me into? You're just witnessed firsthand the state of this organization. There's no communication, no cooperation. I've worked with Spectre for years. Really? How many years? And it's sad to watch something so close to me destroy itself like this. It's like, ellipses. Aw, she can sympathize because she remembered Johnny. Johnny 5. But oh, Lord. It kind of like that, though. Because anybody that ever watched Short Circuit, which is kind of what my brain keeps doing. It's like 1 minute, he's like, oh, I'm alive, and I'm so input, and all the other things that he's known for. And then the next minute, he can, when he wants to, really, he's just like, terminate, and his eyes will go red, and he'll pull out the laser, and it's like, I love those movies. It's like, that's kind of John in a nutshell. So, he started off nice guy. Johnny 5 started off as a weapon, but he's mostly a nice guy, but can still have that weapon side, though. And then in the sequel, do not make Johnny angry. But anyway, yeah, so she's thinking of John, and it's like, yeah, I have experience with such things. I just want to restore everything back to what it once was. And she let go of her hand. I think there's a connection forming. But right now, I'm losing this fight. Members are acting without any authorization. I'm severely outnumbered. Aside from Caden, there aren't many others I can trust. I never wanted to bring you into any of this. But the moment they took your ability away, they forced your involvement. So please, Sarah, help me reunite Spectre. Okay, well that's interesting. That's not what I thought she was planning on doing with her, but okay. What will you do once it's been accomplished? Unfortunately, that's a conversation for later. None of it will matter if we can't get our act together now. Oh, that's that sounds like that could be not so great. I was trying to think of a better word, but yeah, not so great. Because, she could easily just give you, it's like, I want to be able to help people. And blah, 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 blah. That rigmarole. Politician talk kind of deal. But then, maybe she doesn't fulfill all those promises. Like a politician. And then Sarah's like, you lied to me. You lied to all of us. But I tried. Now re-elect me. But anyway, I don't know. I know this is a lot to digest. Take some time to think about it. I don't need an answer right away. Yeah, I'm still kind of worried that this is going to turn dark. Will she become the Dark Queen of Spectre? I became the Spectrum Queen. I went straight to black. Anyway, I've kept you two out here for long enough. I'll escort you back to Wellston. It's probably safer that way. Ellipses? She isn't budging. She still won't tell me the full story. Well, of course she won't. You haven't agreed to anything yet. I feel like more will be revealed a lot more willingly once she agrees to help. But that also comes as a double-edged sword when you find out what she probably truly wants to do with Spectre. But what other choice do I have? The authorities won't be hearing me, or helping me, and my ability won't recover on its own. I can't expect to accomplish anything if I stay like this. At least with my power back, I'll have sway. Wait. She's doing it. I have one condition. Under no circumstances will I be using that ability disabler on anyone. Got it? I was like, that's my little sis. Of course, Sarah. Alrighty. Wellston Girls' Dorm. And there's Elaine in bed. They still haven't contacted me. How long should I wait? Is everyone okay over there? And she's tweeting? Texting Arlo. Actually, I wonder what their Twitter variant would be. Anyway. Oh, you hear a click of the door. And there they both are. Good. Also, is that supposed to be like a freaking coat rack or something in the corner? Like, I think I remember seeing that when they all joined up and they left. So, like, also, she gonna freak out when she sees that wound on Arlo. But, yeah, that has to be a coat rack or something. Ellipses. And what? Now they're in the parking lot? What the hell's going on? Oh, they walked themselves. They didn't want her protection. Hey, Sarah. Thanks for coming out to see me. I'll start making preparations for you, and we'll begin your treatment in a few days. Don't forget I'm here for you. If you have any questions, you know how to reach me. It's like, no contact, 5 years. But I can just reach you any time now. Lovely that. Ellipses. What kind of treatment are they giving me? I mean, that's also true. Here comes Elaine. Thank goodness you're back. I was so worried for you two. Huh? She sees the wound. Arlo, how did you get that injured? Or how did you get injured? What happened to your shoulder? This is horrible. We have to report it right away. It isn't good for you two to be going out and coming back like this. Elaine, wait. He's like, the phone? No. It's fine. Please just patch me up. God, he looks so defeated in this particular panel. Like, dang. And that's the end of the chapter. Le Bonas. Caden, teleportation. He's only 3.8? What? Interesting. He has high recovery. Relatively speaking, it's like a 3, I think. And then he's got like a 6 in speed. Power is nothing. Trick is about the same as speed or recovery. And no defense. I mean, I guess those stats make sense. He teleports. You aren't necessarily going to get a power boost from that. Recovery is a little interesting, like, considering he needs time to recover his stamina, it seems like. So you would think his recovery wouldn't be that great. But his speed, I guess, makes sense because he can cover a large area, but, like, how does that work with teleportation? That doesn't make a lot of sense to me. But yeah, only a 3.8. Ooh. 6.6, Layla. I like that we finally got. Wait, we already saw hers, didn't we? Yeah, we did. Um, or was that only for Arlo? See, this is a problem. Stupid, the little wire, it hit the delete all information. Anyway, she's pretty high in power, but even higher in speed. Trick is pretty good. Recovery is alright. Defense is abysmal. Um, but yeah, 6.6 in time manipulation, as we already know. Alrighty. Interesting. Interesting. Alrighty. Overall, fairly solid chapter. The like, what is Arlo going to do now that he knows this information? Like, it's kind of blatant for him now. He's like starting to connect the dots. Like, why does everyone seem to hate the authorities? I love the authorities. My aunt works for the authorities. They're good people. They help everyone. They protect. No, they attack. But yeah, he'll come around. I'm still waiting for that Arlo vigilante arc, like where he tries to hunt down his aunt or whoever is the head person of Ember to like try and, get information out of them, and then finds out it's his aunt all along. Boom, boom, boom. Which actually would be kind of interesting, like the fact that like the person we saw had like claws, but they were like flaming claws. I'm pretty sure like the whole thing of like a theory is out there already, but here's my own little take on it. Is like maybe like due to, the unlimited resources that the authorities have, and with those companies that have been like studying, the abilities and stuff and the ability factor. I almost wanted to say quirk factor. Like, they made it to where they can copy or they can steal powers and then give them to other people. And then, so she has like flaming claws, but like the claws are actually her innate ability of the barrier, maybe. But she's like refined it to where she can shape it a lot more than what we see Arlo able to do. I mean, she would have decades more experience with her ability. And then, just add fire to that. It's like flaming barrier claw, kind of deal. So, yeah. And we see how powerful Arlo's barrier is. So imagine what that is as a claw. Especially with someone who's been doing it for decades, So, yeah. But yeah, that's kind of my theory of what Arlo might do now that he's getting this information, But we'll obviously have to see. He's still kind of on the fence, He's like, but the authorities are great. I don't, But yeah, he's got Serafina. John doesn't really give a crap about the authorities, but I don't really think he has John's opinion much in mind. But, Serafina, Remy, and then the whole thing with, like, Ray dying, So that's another connection thrown in there with the Remy, perspective. And now with Layla, throwing her hat into the ring, giving more information, and Caden giving information, all that kind of stuff. So I think we're finally chipping away at the authority is great armor for Arlo. So we'll have to wait and see. And of course, now we really have to wonder, what exactly will Serafina have to do? I mean, we now know that it's to bring structure back to Spectre. It's not so much necessarily like the creation of like the disabling drugs or whatever. And Serafina has laid down the law of, I'm not using that disabler on anybody. I mean, why would she want to do that when it's happened to her? she would obviously sympathize with anyone that would ever have to do that. She very well might stop people from, like, trying to do it to others, which then will come in conflict with the organization, and then her and her sister are going to headbutt, and just there I see a lot of problems with her joining the organization. But if she gains her ability back, we'll have to wait and see. But yes. But now we know what she's meant to do once she joined up with Layla, so that's interesting. Hopefully they can get rid of the corrupt nature of the organization and make people, cooperate with one another, communicate, as she said. Because that's apparently all been broken down, obviously. So, yeah, but I think they need to take out the big boss, or otherwise none of that's going to be able to be fixed. But then again, you have the notion of what is Layla going to be like if she, becomes the main person of Spectre. Absolute power, corrupts absolutely. So, will her good intentions become dark? Or were her intentions always dark? We'll have to wait and see, obviously. But that seems to be about all I can think of for this chapter. Please let me know your own thoughts about this. Anything I misunderstood, please let me know down below. A couple other videos I did today is the Nights, 4 Nights of the Apocalypse, and the first of this month's comic event. It's the KFC comics, so go check those out. Also, still reaching for 400 by the end of the year, so help out if you can. But yeah, check out my other content, see what you like, suggest things for the future. Links down below for all my social media so you can keep up with my content and have ways to contact me. I stream on Twitch where I do gaming, and I'll tweet out when I go live, part of the One Punch Man podcast on Grim Reaper's channel, so go check that out. And as always, thank you for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, Quiche-lings, will Arlo become a vigilante and fight his aunt in the dark streets of the night? I want it to happen so very badly.